Hello everyone, Cece here for Scrapbook Centrale. Welcome to another One Take Friday. So for this week's One Take Friday, we thought we should talk to you some more about our 3D card making kits. And I know that we've already touched on that subject on a previous video on September 20th where I put together a card with the gorgeous girl. But we've had so many comments and questions about that type of project that we thought it would be a good idea to expand on it. Now, what you're looking at are cards made by one of our talented customers, Angellle, and she's been doing this for years. And I wanted to show you these cards because they are more intricate than the one that I made with the gorgeous girl, which was fairly simple. Now, most of these cards that you're seeing here come from a 24 card kit that we had in stock up until last week, but unfortunately we ran out of these kits before I was able to film this video. But have no fear, I know that Natalie is trying to get them in as soon as possible, but these are basically all Christmas cards and they're very nice. They come with the card base, the envelopes, the peel-offs, even the foam adhesive. So keep that in mind, it's coming, and as soon as it's in we'll let you know. Now I'm going to go through these one by one really quickly just so that you can appreciate Angelle's work, but look at these different layers of that cute little bear. Isn't he adorable? And she's adorned every card with some peel-offs. We've got the snowman here, and she's put together her cards using the scrap dots, which is a silicone base glue made by Helmar. And you can also put these together with foam adhesive, but if you do have the patience to cut little bits and pieces of the foam dots, you might get away with the adhesive not showing. But on some of the very smaller pieces, I would recommend that you use the scrap dots. You could also use a combination of both of them, whether you use foam adhesive or the scrap dot. You'll be able to put one of these cards together. They're just absolutely, look at these cute little bear. They're so stunning. So keep that kit in mind, and like I said, we are really trying to get that in as soon as possible. But in the meantime, let me show you other kits that we have. This card kit here, and I'm only showing 3 of the 4 designs that come in the kit. They are a different type of card in that they're monochromatic, but I find they're really, really elegant. The kits, here, let me open the kits first so that you can see. Let me zoom out. You have the envelopes, you have some sentiments already embossed for you, ready to use. You even have the foam adhesive, the card bases, and they are pre-embossed. And then these are the designs, the image sheets. And as you can see here, per sheet you've got 2 designs, and it's basically a matter of locating the numbers in sequence, and these are the layers that you will have to build on. And I'll give you a quick look again at the ones that Angellle made. They're beautiful, absolutely stunning. I find they're very, very elegant. Now I'm going to show you the other designs that we have. Now these are, they're called Moorhead, that's the designer, and they are so adorable. I love them. Look at that cute Dalmatian. Aren't they cute? I love them. So there's a few combinations here. I got the puppies and the hedgehogs, and again that same Dalmatian. Here we've got a snowman with some kids, nutcrackers, little gingerbread train. So as you can see, there's a lot of designs to choose from. We've got quite a few here, but there are more at the store, and I know that we're expecting a whole bunch more. And I wanted to show you this one as well. This one is a different type. This one is metallic, comes from a different company, but I know we have that one, which is beautiful. This could be like stunning mounted on a like a non-shiny surface, meaning a regular cardstock, to counterbalance that metallic finish. Would be very stunning. So having said all that, I will put together I think I will put together that little Dalmatians just so that you have another idea of how it is done. The only reason why I'm working on a craft sheet here is because I'm going to use a combination of the scrap dots and the foam squares. And what I like to do, instead of leaving my tube open all the time, I just like to squeeze a little bit onto my craft mat and grab from there, and then if I need more, I'll just squeeze some more in. But before I go ahead and do that, I'm going to bring the mat that I'm going to be gluing the little puppy onto, and basically I'm just gonna see how easy they pull out. Okay, so for now I'm just gonna pull out this piece here, and this is number 1, and most of the 3D kits will have numbers on them, and this is just their way of telling you what piece goes on next. So basically this is my background image, and then I'll look for number 2. So I'm just going to leave it on the sheet. I'm just going to use my number 1 piece. Just going to go ahead and glue them right onto my card mat. Okay, so I've got my mat here, and I'm just going to glue down the little puppy. Isn't he cute? He's adorable. Now at this point in time, if you wanted to put a shadow around the puppy or a horizon line, you could. That would be a good moment or a good time to do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gray gelato, and I'm just going to draw a little bit of shadow right here. And I'm going to use my brush pen and just start diluting that color. Gelatos are perfect for that. Perfect for creating a shadow on just a regular cardstock. Look at that. Now that I've got my base puppy, I'm going to go back onto my design sheet, and I'm going to pick up number 2. And I know when I did the video with the gorgeous girl, I showed you how you can take a black marker and go around the edges of your pieces, and then it'll give you a more finished look. But because most of my image has a white outline, like this is white and white here, I'm not going to bother with that because now it's going to create more contrast than I need to. So I'm going to take this little puppy here, which is layer number 2, and I'm going to grab my foam dots. So now I can glue that piece right onto the main image. Obviously I'm going to line this up onto the puppy, and just take your time and make sure that you're aligned properly, like so. The rest of the layers, instead of using foam dots, I'm going to use the scrap dots. Now, as I said before, the glue takes a little bit of time to set. So I'm going to work on the hat, because to the hat, there's another part here that will be popped. This part here with the holly. And I want to give it a bit of a rounded shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this aside and work with the piece number 3 and 4, so that while the glue is drying underneath that piece onto that piece, then I can go ahead and work on another part of the little dog. And then once everything is set, then I can just add more scrap dot onto here and place it right onto the main image. That way, this piece here won't be shifting while I'm adding this one on top of it. This glue needs a little bit of time to set. I'm going to just round out or round off the fur on the hat. You see I gave it a little curve. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some scrap dots only in the middle of that piece and set it onto here. And then I'll also give a little bit of a curve to the holly leaf right here, like so. And add some scrap dots just in the middle of that piece. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that glue right onto my mat like this, and I'm going to use my very expensive tool, which is a toothpick, to apply the glue. So I'm going to put some here in the middle. And what's great about that glue is that it's going to dry. It's going to retain its shape when it dries. So again, I'm just using my very expensive toothpick. Let me put a little bit more here in the middle to pick up the scrap dots. And I'm going to line this up onto the hat and onto the leaf like so. And it also gives you a little bit more time to play with it, which I enjoy. See, the leaf is going to dry exactly like that. So it's going to be rounded as well as the fur on the hat. I didn't give it too much of a curve, but there is somewhat of a curve. And I'm going to move on to piece number 5, which is the ear. I'm going to curve it a bit. And you can, the material that they use for the paper is unique. It's kind of like a glossy paper. You can mold it with your hands, which is great. So again, I'm giving it that rounded shape. More glue. I think I'm just going to apply it directly. Like so. So as you can see, I tuck in the ear flat, so it looks as though it's peeking out from under the fur. And then that part here goes up because I added more of the glue right at the end here. Number 6. So this one I can work directly onto the card. Just because we're on foam dots here, and I know that I don't have a layer to add to that one, so I'm just going to go ahead and pop it right onto the main image. Again, I'm giving it that rounded shape. Really, I mean, it does look complicated, but it is not once you get the hang out of following the numbers, knowing what comes next, knowing to build on a solid foundation. So if you're adding scrap dots over scrap dots over scrap dots, try to limit your layers to 2, and then once they're set, add them on at the end. And we're done. Now the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a sentiment, and there you go. So I'm going to bring those in, and I hope that you are going to come and check out the other kits that we have. But these are a lot of fun, and I'm sure that they're going to wow your recipients. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any more questions or comments, leave them below, and I will talk to you next Friday. Au revoir!